Many men assume that feeling tired, unmotivated, or mentally foggy is just part of modern life, but sometimes these symptoms are signs that something deeper is going on inside the body. Hormones, chemical messengers that regulate energy, mood, metabolism, sleep, and overall vitality, are the unseen drivers of how we feel and perform. When hormones are balanced, men typically feel strong, focused, and motivated. But when hormones fall out of balance, symptoms appear gradually. Often men ignore them, thinking it is just stress, aging, or how life is today. In this video, we are going to break down 10 common signs that male hormones may be out of balance. We will also explore why these imbalances happen and natural strategies to restore balance so you can feel energized, focused, and vital again. Before diving into the signs, it is important to understand hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers produced by glands in the endocrine system. They travel through the bloodstream and tell your body how to function. For men, the key hormones include testosterone, which regulates libido, muscle mass, energy, and mood. Cortisol, the stress hormone, which affects energy, inflammation, and recovery. Insulin, which manages blood sugar and metabolism. Thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolism, energy levels, and body temperature. And DHEA and growth hormone, which support muscle, recovery, and anti-aging. When these systems are working together, energy, motivation, and physical performance are high. When one or more hormones fall out of balance, the body begins sending warning signs, often subtle at first, then more noticeable over time. One of the most common symptoms of hormonal imbalance is persistent fatigue. This is not the tiredness that comes from a long day. It is a deeper exhaustion that does not improve even after 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You may find yourself needing multiple cups of coffee just to get through the morning, feeling drained by midday even after eating, or experiencing difficulty starting your day despite adequate rest. Hormones play a major role in energy production. Testosterone affects red blood cell production and muscle energy metabolism. Cortisol helps manage your stress response and regulates blood sugar. And thyroid hormones control how efficiently your cells produce energy. When these systems are disrupted, the body struggles to maintain stable energy levels. Over time, fatigue becomes chronic and persistent, often making men feel trapped in a cycle of exhaustion. Another common symptom is brain fog, that feeling where your mind just isn't sharp. Tasks that once felt simple suddenly take more effort. Memory recall slows. You may struggle to concentrate during meetings, conversations, or even while reading. Hormones influence brain chemistry in several ways. Testosterone supports dopamine regulation, which affects motivation and focus. Cortisol spikes can impair memory and executive function, and thyroid dysfunction can reduce alertness and mental clarity. When these systems are out of balance, cognitive fatigue accumulates. Men often describe it as feeling like my brain is in slow motion, which can affect work performance, social interactions, and productivity at home. Motivation is closely tied to hormones, particularly testosterone and dopamine. A man with healthy hormones experiences a natural drive to take action toward personal and professional goals, maintain consistency in exercise and health routines, and pursue hobbies and challenges with enthusiasm. But hormonal imbalance can cause reduced interest in work or personal projects, difficulty starting or completing tasks, and emotional flatness or apathy. This decline in motivation often leads to lower physical activity, which further reduces testosterone and growth hormone production, creating a vicious cycle that worsens energy and mood. Hormones play a critical role in muscle growth and physical performance. When hormones fall out of balance, men often notice gradual decreases in strength, slower recovery after workouts, and difficulty building or maintaining muscle mass. Testosterone and growth hormone are key players here. They stimulate protein synthesis, support recovery, and maintain lean mass. Even with regular strength training, men with hormonal imbalances often struggle to see results, which can lead to frustration and decreased exercise motivation. Sleep problems are another hallmark of hormonal imbalance. Men may experience difficulty falling asleep, waking up multiple times during the night and feeling unrefreshed in the morning despite enough sleep. Hormones like cortisol, melatonin, and testosterone are tightly linked to sleep. Cortisol should naturally decrease at night to allow restorative sleep. Melatonin signals the body it is time to rest. Testosterone is largely produced during deep sleep. Disrupted sleep creates a cycle. Poor sleep reduces hormone balance, and hormone imbalance worsens sleep, compounding fatigue and brain fog. Hormones influence metabolism and fat storage. When hormone balance shifts, men may notice increased abdominal fat, difficulty losing weight even with exercise, and body composition changes despite consistent diet. Cortisol and insulin are key here. High cortisol increases appetite and promotes abdominal fat storage, while insulin resistance makes it harder to burn fat efficiently. These changes often happen gradually, making it easy to dismiss as just aging, when in fact, hormonal shifts are the underlying cause. Hormonal balance affects mood and emotional stability. Imbalances can cause irritability, anxiety, and low mood or depressive feelings. Testosterone affects serotonin and dopamine, key neurotransmitters for emotional regulation. Cortisol spikes can also exacerbate anxiety and stress reactions. Even subtle mood changes should not be ignored. They may be early warning signs of a hormonal imbalance that could worsen over time if untreated. Sexual health is closely tied to hormone regulation. Low testosterone or elevated cortisol often leads to reduced libido, decreased sexual confidence, and difficulty maintaining performance. These changes impact relationships, self-esteem, and overall quality of life. Sexual vitality is a direct reflection of hormonal health. Stress is a normal part of life. Healthy hormone systems allow the body to recover quickly. Symptoms include low energy despite adequate sleep, reduced motivation and drive, and difficulty handling daily demands. This overall feeling of depletion is often the result of multiple hormone systems being out of sync, including testosterone, cortisol, and thyroid hormones. The combination of fatigue, brain fog, low motivation, poor sleep, and weight gain often signals a bigger underlying problem that deserves attention. So why are so many men experiencing these issues today? The answer often lies in modern lifestyle factors: chronic stress from work, finances, and social pressures, poor sleep habits from late-night screens and inconsistent schedules, highly processed diets lacking essential nutrients, lack of physical activity, and constant digital stimulation. The good news: many of these factors are within your control. Improving hormones doesn't usually require extremes, just gradual lifestyle adjustments. Prioritize sleep by aiming for 7 to 9 hours per night, keeping a consistent schedule even on weekends, limiting screen exposure before bed, and considering blackout curtains or sleep masks for deeper sleep. Improve nutrition by focusing on whole foods like vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and high-quality proteins, including nutrient-dense foods for testosterone such as eggs, fatty fish, leafy greens, and nuts, while avoiding ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and excessive alcohol. Move regularly through strength training, which stimulates testosterone, cardio to improve insulin sensitivity, and daily movement to support energy, circulation, and stress management. Manage stress with meditation, deep breathing, journaling, or time in nature to lower cortisol, structured routines to reduce mental overload, and short breaks throughout the day to prevent adrenal fatigue. Get morning sunlight to support circadian rhythm, improve sleep quality, and regulate hormones. Even 10 to 15 minutes daily can have a measurable effect. Reduce digital overload by scheduling periods without screens, limiting social media and notifications, and using focused work sessions with breaks to conserve cognitive energy. Support nutrient intake with zinc, magnesium, vitamin D, and omega-3s, considering supplements if dietary intake is insufficient. Combining these habits creates an environment for the body to restore balance naturally, often leading to noticeable improvements in energy, focus, motivation, and libido within weeks to months. The good news is that most hormonal imbalances are influenced by lifestyle, not just genetics. This channel explores science-backed strategies to help men perform at their best physically and mentally. And if you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments. Which of these signs do you think affects men the most today? Stress, sleep, diet, or digital overload? Your experience could help someone else take control of their health today.